Hi, my name's Charis. You might be thinking, Charis? That's a weird name. That's because I'm from Europe. Now, in Europe, there are two food groups. That's carbs and cheese. I grew up loving cheese, and my favorite meal whenever I was in charge of making my own dinner was to take pasta and just dump an ungodly amount of cheese on it. Now I've grown up a little bit, and I also went vegan, so I don't really eat cheese anymore. But I decided that today I wanted to bring up some feelings of nostalgia by recreating a vegan version of my childhood favorite dish. So I found a recipe for vegan mac and cheese, which sounds kind of dubious, but let's just give it a shot. So the first thing that we need is obviously pasta, and because I'm an adult who makes good decisions, I chose this chickpea pasta, which has 22 grams of protein, which is apparently a good thing. The other things that we need are carrots and potatoes, nutritional yeast, which is supposed to give it a cheesy flavor, tahini, which is like peanut butter but made from sesame seeds, apple cider vinegar, garlic powder, and salt. Because I am adult enough to drink wine, but not adult enough to actually like the taste of wine, I got this pink Moscato, which is supposed to be nice and sweet for those with sensitive palates like myself. I don't know how to open a wine bottle. Smells like wine. Perfect, okay. So, the first thing we're gonna wanna do is peel this potato. Now I have my potatoes all cut up, and it says a cup. I feel like this is more than a cup, so we'll just measure out a cup before we put it in the pot. And then now it calls for half a cup of carrots. And some people like to peel and or wash their carrots, but I kind of figure that if I'm going to be boiling it and then blending it up anyway, who gives a poop? And it's half a cup. I don't really know how much that is, so I'm just gonna guesstimate for now. All right, so now that I've chopped up my potatoes and my carrots, I'm gonna put them in this pot, and I'm gonna boil them until they're soft so I can blend them up into cheese. Okay, so I feel like accounting for the negative space, this is probably about a cup of potatoes. I think I did 2 carrots, so hopefully that amounts to about half a cup. And then I'm gonna put some water over it and start boiling these. So pasta has always been one of my favorite foods. Even when I was a kid, it was like my mom's go-to quick meal whenever I had something to do in the evening. So like when I was in high school, I did band and I did choir and I did theater. And every time I had a performance in the evening and I had to eat dinner before I went, my mom would always make pasta because it was really quick and easy. And I do the same thing now.
A few moments later.
What is that? That's so gross. So the chickpea pasta is disgusting. I think this calls for some more wine. Okay, so the chickpea pasta was a fail, but my roommate Gina, who I love more than life itself, told me that I can use her pasta, and this is regular pasta. So I've learned my lesson now. I'm no longer going to try to be a healthy adult who makes smart decisions. I'm just going to use the actual pasta. So already in our NutriBullet is potatoes, carrots, and almond milk. And so now we have to add 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. You might be like, nutritional yeast? Isn't yeast what you use to make bread? No. No. Nutritional yeast is actually this flaky stuff. It kind of smells like fish food, but when you put it in things, it tastes cheesy. Okay. Now we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of tahini. This is gonna be such a mess to edit. Okay. One teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, which means I have to go get a teaspoon now. God. And then it says half a teaspoon of garlic powder and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. But I'm just gonna take that as however much garlic powder I want and however much salt I want, because I'm too lazy to measure those. And also I feel like I can just gauge based on my own personal experience and what I like. And I don't like to follow the rules. Yeah, it's probably good. I can always add more salt later. So, our cheese is done. Let's taste it and see how it, ooh, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay. That's more. That's good. That's better. Does it taste good?
I don't know.
Okay, well you're still eating it.
Mm-hmm. I am, aren't I?
Yeah. I feel like that
Okay.
must be a good sign.